Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is season 2, episode 1 of Love, Life, and Relationships. And you know what we do at Love, Life, and Relationships? We just be kicking it, having good conversation. And I thought it would be fitting to start the first episode on Mother's Day with Miss Nikki, baby. What's up, friend?
What's going on?
How you doing today?
I've had an awesome Mother's Day. I started off with my daughter making breakfast in bed. It was cool. And she wrote me a letter. It was so sweet.
Oh.
Boys. And my boys sent me money. It was amazing. I've had a great Mother's Day. It's a busy Mother's Day, but a great Mother's Day.
My kids have called everybody. I've been on the phone with everybody. They send money, they send stuff. And I'm glad that God allowed me to be their mother. But at this point, guess what? They all grown and I have done my duty and I have one child left. So what's been going on, friend? How we doing? Like, what we doing?
Yo, let's talk about these niggas, yo.
Right into it, huh? Straight to the shit.
Like, niggas is crazy. I had a nigga, listen, nigga won't leave me alone. It's been 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't fuck with each other anymore. Haven't fucked with each other in a minute. But he still wants to fuck me. Like, I don't get it. You got a whole girlfriend now, sir. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? You think I'm on that? Like, stop it.
Well, I know you kind of gave him the business already. Like, yes. I'm not there.
Yes, I'm not with none of that. Like, anybody that knows me, that really knows me, knows you don't get down like that.
Right.
I don't get down like that. Like, I'm a relationship type of person. You feel me?
Right, definitely.
But at the same time, okay, if you got a whole girlfriend, you gotta pay me.
It ain't tricking if you got it. Hello.
Exactly. It ain't tricking if you got it.
And hold on, so I'm gonna slow it down a little bit anyway, because we need to let the fans and the viewers know that me and you talk, we kick it. Miss Nikki baby is celibate. All right. So we popping shit, and I've been single, celibate, and sober since.
I'm not sober, but I'm celibate.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, friend. And hey, every step counts, okay? Yeah. So Miss Nikki is definitely celibate, so we popping shit, but literally, and I've been celibate almost 2 years now, so don't get it fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know about celibate thing. However, I have been celibate for, some months now. I'm actually proud of myself.
As you should be.
I never thought I could ever do it. I really, really didn't. You feel me?
Yes, and we have been pushing each other. We have been talking about growth, healing. So just because we, acting up a little bit right now, don't get it messed up, because the pathways have been growth, elevation, woman empowerment, and definitely trying to maneuver in different ways. But at this point in time, this show, we turned up a little bit right now, okay? Now back to our bullshit. I just wanted to clear it up. And I don't really care what you think, but at the end of the day, I just had to put that disclaimer out there because people will hear it and they'll automatically assume. So talk to your mother about it.
Yeah, but I've had a really amazing Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
My weekend's been good. My children showed up and showed out, and that's all I need.
Right.
My daughter was so amazing. First of all, I told you I was shocked last night, right?
Uh-huh.
I went out and, had an amazing night last night. I didn't get up till late. My daughter this morning, friend, she made breakfast in bed. My daughter's 11. She'll be 12 next week. She wrote this letter to me and had me crying as soon as I wake up.
But that's a testament to you being a good mother.
Yeah.
And you have a very wonderful little girl. So Danny's definitely a great.
So freaking amazing.
Yes.
My daughter is amazing.
Yes.
Like, she is top notch. You feel me?
I love that.
I love it too. Then my son sent me, they like Zelle me money for Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? They in Atlanta, shout out to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Hey. the A. Shout out to my sons. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave me nothing but love today. Like, it was nice.
Definitely, I love that feeling. And like I said, same for my kids.
It's Mother's Day. Like, it was just an amazing day. I woke up, like, late as hell to 25 text messages.
How many niggas was in there?
We're not gonna talk about that, friend.
Oh. Okay. But let's go back to the nigga that basically is trying to get what he's trying to get to. So, why does a dude that has a female think that he should be calling you for Miss Kitty?
Yes, like, that's crazy to me, because I'm like, men don't leave me alone. They don't. I don't know why. Like, if I have sex with a man, it's like, they don't leave me alone. They don't. I'm not even just saying that. Like, on some real shit. I'm not. Like, that's facts. That's big facts.
Okay.
Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have sex with you, it's like, I can't get rid of these niggas. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I mean, my sex is good, but let's be real.
Okay.
Let's just be real.
So what's up with him on the fact that if you got a girl, then is her sex boring? Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's something that he has to be lacking.
Like, your bitch sex must be whack. Because if you have a whole homegirl, you know what I'm saying? You got your bitch or whatever, but you still trying to, like, fuck me, and we haven't been together. I'm confused.
But sometimes I be thinking niggas be greedy.
Yeah.
That must be what it is. Because does he live with her?
Probably, because he's a bum.
Well, friend. Okay, so that's another thing. So on elevation, right? Because me and you have lots of talks, and we are talking about elevating the status when it comes to the male energy.
Yes, we talked about this on the first show. So I will never downplay myself again. We gotta be like equally yoked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some shit with you. You feel me? If we gotta be equally yoked. I'm never doing that again.
Right.
On God. Like, it's a lot of weak ass bitches out here. And it makes it hard for good women. If you my nigga, I'm gonna treat you like a king.
Right, as you should.
Like a queen as well.
Right.
We gotta be on the same page. Understand? Like, we gotta be like equally yoked.
So do you think a lot of females make it easy for dudes to kind of be like little slime balls?
Yes. I have lived in different cities, understand, and even living in different cities and seeing what these females are so desperate. You know
right.
These females are desperate.
So it's like they kind of let them get away with some shit, so it's okay for you to go be with little Sally Walker down the block as long as you come home.
Yes. Like, you want to be with a whole black Amish because she don't give a fuck. Like, she don't care. Like, she's so happy that you're around her, that you cool. Like, she cool. Like, that's not my shit.
Right. And this is not a female that he's married to. This is a female that he just basically is giving a D to and everybody else.
And the sad part is, homegirl is just okay with just getting a D and being around your kids. I'm not doing that. I would never allow anyone around my daughter.
Right.
Like, that's a problem. I would never do that. I think that's a mistake that a lot of women make.
Right.
You don't bring everybody around your children. You understand?
Facts, friend.
Like, that's crazy.
Because it's teaching them to be little thoughts. Like, literally, it's teaching your daughter to not respect herself.
Right. And that's why I'm very careful. I like, we talked about this on the last show. I'm very careful who I bring around my daughter. Actually, I've only had, again, I was married. I was with my husband for 20 years, which is her dad.
Right.
And so my husband passed away 7 years ago. My daughter's only been around 2 men, 2, in 7 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now, like, that she's getting older, my daughter will be 12 next week. And it's getting to the age that she's realizing things.
Right.
So when my ex came over, she wasn't feeling him.
Right.
She's like, the fuck? Nah, I ain't with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big red flag for me. And you gotta recognize red flags as well.
Right.
Like, you gotta recognize those red flags. So, the two men that I have dealt with, after 7 years of not being with my husband, I'm like, when I see a red flag, it's a wrap.
Right, as you should. You know where you bring a lot of value to? Because, as you say that, 20 years of marriage, you were not separated, you were not divorced, your husband passed away, and that's the reason why you're not with him. So you bring stability as far as marriage is concerned.
Right.
So my question to you is, and I've been married 3 times, I've been divorced 3. Well, I'm in the process. You already know how that one's going, friend. We definitely gonna get into that one during this season. But in your case, it's a lot of stability, a lot of growth because 20 years is a long time.
Right. I wasn't used to dating, sis. I've been with one man for 20 years.
Right.
So I was very naive for a long time because my husband did everything for me. My husband worshiped the ground I walked on.
Right.
So I was very naive. I was very not used to certain things. This dating world in 2023 is crazy.
So what's the difference, like, when you go from a stable marriage, and I'm not saying everything, y'all might have had whatever it is y'all have, because everything is ups, downs, people learn, people, whatever. The biggest thing that you have learned while you were in your marriage, like, I want to talk about that because
Yeah.
right now it's like we see the difference in men that are like your husband or were like your husband. He was a different type of energy.
Yeah.
And even looking at y'all pictures, you could tell he was a different type of energy.
Yeah. Definitely.
And we had a conversation with a guy today that said that he told both of us that a guy might not feel like they want to bow down to us. And I said, first and foremost, the right energy is not going to feel like they have to bow down to us because they're going to match our energy. They're going to be a man. They're going to stand up like a man. And they're going to come into the situation with a certain type of demeanor that no matter what me and you are, it's going to be, okay, that's a man. And we know to respect a man.
We were having that conversation with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out, because that's my brother.
Shout out.
Shout out. But he shout out. Because your mindset is not there for you to say that, me and you are so set in our ways now at this point is ridiculous. Because that's not the case.
It's not the case.
My husband, listen, I'm a boss at the end of the fucking day. I'm a boss bitch.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I walk in that crib and I walk into our home, my husband would tell me every single day, every single time, when I'm on my boss shit, oh baby, you don't run that here. You're not a boss in my home.
Facts.
I'm the king.
And that's the energy that knew how to handle you.
Right.
For everything that you bring, everything that you brought to the table.
Right. He's like, I'm the king in this home. Okay? Period.
And it didn't make you feel like no type of way.
Right. I'd be like, okay, baby, I'm sorry.
Yes, daddy, what you want me to do? Okay.
What you need?
Yes. And so that's the difference. And so, like, me and you talk about it, like how certain dudes will approach us, and then how one with that demeanor approaches is different.
Yeah, it's different energy. But the problem is a lot of dudes now, they're so used to these weak ass females, and I'm sorry to say it, but it's facts.
Right.
Sorry, but it's the truth. These weak ass females are so desperate. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, used to men treating them certain ways, and they're okay with it. like I said, the dude I was dealing with, like, she okay with some shit. Like, how you okay with that? Like, girl.
Especially when he's not handling his business. Like,
right. You ain't got no job. You ain't got no car. You ain't have a fucking license, my nigga. Like, and your girl's okay with anything that you're doing. Like, stop it. Knock it off.
yeah, because that's really a thing. Like, definitely knock it off. Because what I'm gathering is that it's being made too easy for some of these dudes to kind of like go and sling dick. Like, that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
And sometimes they not even good at that.
I don't do community dick. You not listen. First of all, you're not throwing off my pH balance. You got me fucked up.
I know that's right. But even with that, right? Because this is the thing. I'm trying to figure out how you're going to be mediocre even in the situation and still, like, make it make sense to me.
Make that make sense, please, and thank you.
And another thing me and you were talking about today, and this is no shade to nobody, but at the end of the day, we starting to notice a certain behavior between the men that are 35 and 40. Mm-hmm. It's the level of upkeep even for yourself. And so this makes me think, because remember we talked about tax brackets and things of that nature. And basically dating out of your tax bracket when it comes to certain people, certain men, certain energies, they always seem to, when they make less than you, they always want to pull you down to their level. So it's almost like it's a no, because they're going to be feeling some type of way. Yeah, and but it's still a weird energy.
Gotta be in the same tax bracket. You understand? Like,
definitely.
Listen, I'm not. And listen, at the end of the day, I'm okay with a nigga making less than me.
Right.
I make decent money.
But is he okay? That's the thing. Is he going to be okay?
Right. But you listen. You gotta be able to contribute to the household. And
not be a 50-year-old drug dealer. I'm sorry, because honestly, at this point, like, if you just out in the streets used to slinging drugs and you want to be like the
anymore at this point. Like,
oh girl, you know who people do that, right?
No, I don't, because that's dumb to me at this point.
Well, you heard the conversation, so we all knew it was dumb, but you definitely heard the conversation that's goals.
Right, that was 1990s.
Girl, but we hearing it in 2023. Right. We heard it in 2022.
Like, you trying to still be an old drug dealer in 2023? You need to get your whole life.
Or reminiscing over the when I used to have, like, back in the day, or I used to be the biggest this, or I used to be the biggest that, but what are you now? The energy that has been coming.
Fuck all of that.
Girl, look, now that's a different type of energy right there.
Like, you're a drug dealer, I'm gonna need you to be El Chapo. Like, I'm gonna need you to be on some real big shit.
But honestly, who's really doing that, though? Like you said, who's really doing that?
Who's doing that? Definitely not where I live.
But that's been an energy, like I said, we're going to be real raw and real transparent on this episode and this season. And one of the things that was actually taking place in my relationship, and you know I've been in business in my trucking company, I started in 2012. I had a conversation with my ex, basically, whereas he was trying to get me to allow him to get other trucks under, I guess, some of his friends' names or whatever, and basically for them to be able to, do what they was trying to do. And I'm like, dog, I'm I'm totally different than I was back then. I'm really a fucking businesswoman at this point. You already know how I feel about that situation, especially the underhandedness. Transparency definitely has to be there. And I think it might help somebody else spot those types of energies.
Like, it's the red flags for me.
Yes.
It's the red flags for me.
Like, and it was totally red flags. I'm very transparent with you. I'm very transparent about my life, period. Honestly, I'm not really too much embarrassed about anything. I love the nigga who basically try to use me. I love the nigga who's trying to steal my crib. I love the nigga who just basically did some real underhanded ass shit. And you know what?
Like, fuck that nigga. Like, for real. I'm gonna say this, like, real live. Like, I told you, that was bothering my spirit. I don't like no using ass motherfucker. I'm a giving person. I don't like that shit. So I'm gonna say it, like, if this is what the fuck it is, you feel me? I'm gonna talk my shit.
And remember, but I told you, Nikki, I'm not even really mad, but it just comes down to like when some.
I'm mad for you.
Right.
That nigga did fuck you.
Well, it just makes.
Some weak ass, punk ass shit.
Well, definitely, especially the last thing we just found out. So, but and that's when I kept telling you, like you were trying to tell me, like, oh, well, let's be peaceful, this, that, and the third, and I kept saying we were not on bad terms.
Yeah.
And quite frankly,
at the time, I didn't think, you know what I'm saying, I really thought there could be a resolution because I've never been through your situation. You feel me? I haven't been there. So, you know what I'm saying, you can't speak on things that you haven't been through.
Right.
So, when I started seeing things that transpired, that really was bothering I told you today, I had to get off the phone with you because it was bothering my spirit.
Right.
I don't like that. Like, I'm a good person. I want to see the best in people. You understand? So, like, that's some fuck ass shit. Fuck that nigga. Like, for real, that's how I feel.
And even before, I kept saying, like, I don't want to talk about it. But then I happened to think, like, my story is going to help somebody else.
Yep. That's some fuck ass shit, yo, for real. Like, I had an ex that really did me dirty. Only one that did me dirty. My other ex, he texted me a day, like, Happy Mother's Day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I told you, like, on the last episode, he's a good dude. He's cool. We're just not on the same vibe.
Right.
There's things that I can't accept
with
him. I know he loves me to death. I know he does. He loves me. You know what I'm saying? He won't leave me alone too. But I can't go back to that.
Right, because there's a different Nikki there.
Right, I'm a different Nikki today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Same Nikki I was 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good dude. I have nothing bad to say about the nigga. He's okay. Like, but it's just not giving what I need.
Right.
And my point of saying all that is I could never imagine dealing with someone that did what that nigga you was married to did. Like, that blows me.
And we was talking about, honestly, because it makes me laugh now, because even when I think about the amount of money, like, that I brought into the household, even during that time, no matter whether or not it was from, like, loans or, like, because, it was COVID, PPP money, like, that type of stuff. And it's like the amount of money that this person is trying to it's like low level. It's like really low level ass shit to me, and that's what makes it laughable.
It's giving you a whack ass nigga, like, for real.
Yeah, because it's like, dog, I had to go back to the period of time, and then I happened to think, like, you claim to be some super duper ass drug dealing type of ass nigga, right? And that's still the vibe that you're trying to portray even to this day. But yet, yeah, 154, that's what we calling him right now, 154, because and I'm laughing because, like, when we really get into it, like, right now it's the first episode, so we ain't gonna drag it, like, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna basically bring, like, the beginning of what's about to happen. And at this point, I kind of, like, I told you, I really don't care, because my life is on a different pathway, like a different vibration, a different frequency.
Right.
And we're gonna talk about things that happened. We're going to talk about how we healed. We're going to talk about how we grown. We're going to talk about what we doing forward. Yes, we're on some different level life type shit.
Yeah, my growth has been so amazing. Like I said, I was out of dating game for a long time, and now being on my journey and dealing with different people, you know what I'm saying, dealing with people, certain men, like, if you're not going to treat me like my husband treated me, I'm not with it.
And that's really good for you, because there be people who be talking on podcasts and some other stuff, and they be talking about, relationship stuff. Ain't been in their relationship, no marriage, no nothing.
And okay, you can't tell me nothing that you ain't went through.
And that's a fact.
Like, you can't give me advice on relationships. You can't talk your shit, and you still out here hoeing. Like, you can't do that. Like, because that's not who I am.
Right.
Like, oh, let's be very clear. You're not gonna fuck with me for free though.
And on top of that, what we be talking about even yesterday, because when we did the whole kicking in the kitchen, we was trying to do the test run, right? And then when we was talking about, like, you know how dudes be saying, "Oh, she a hoe," but I'm saying no. I'm definitely not gonna be no hoe like for everybody, but definitely I'm gonna do some hoe shit with my nigga. I promise you that.
Right, I'll do some hoe shit with my nigga.
Yeah, so like, what nigga don't like hoe shit? Especially if you my nigga, why I can't do some hoe shit with you?
Niggas don't leave me alone. It doesn't happen. It has never happened in my life. Like, I ain't even on no cocky shit, like, for real.
But what I'm getting at is, what's wrong with that though? I be thinking they use them words because you trying to make me feel bad. Nigga, you're not gonna make me feel bad because guess what? I've been married. I have been in long relationships. Definitely, what you think I don't know how to do no hoe shit, stupid? I'm definitely gonna do some hoe shit even with the next nigga that I married. I'm definitely gonna do some hoe shit with him.
I've been in long relationships.
Yes.
Like, all my life. Since I was, like, fucking 16. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I've been in relationships. You know what I'm saying? I got baby daddies, all that. It was long relationships.
Right.
So what I'm about to do at my age now is do no, like, if you're not paying me, I will absolutely not.
And then this the other thing, like, for real, mentally, like, and I know me and you have conversations, so I know this answer. Mentally, if a guy can't hit that mental stimulation, you definitely not fucking with him no way, because they not fucking with you where you at.
Exactly. And my thing is, for me, sex is emotional.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not emotionally attached to you, it's not going to be good to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going through the motions.
Right.
And it's not going to be good anymore. One of my exes, I was like, I don't even like your sex. Your sex is weird. I always think you got some, like, your sex is a little weird. I ain't even gonna get into that because that's a whole nother conversation. So if you're not running me no coins, man, knock it off.
And I love what you said about, like, going through the motions. We're not doing that.
No, not doing that.
Yeah, just going through the motions. Like, who's doing that? I'm not having sex with you because we just doing it. Nah. So this is the other thing. I'm not having sex with nobody until I decide that I want to marry you, or, you know, just this is a religious, spiritual type different thing, because this is something else that I'm going to try, because I did it all the other ways and it didn't work. So why not try this way too, just to see what type of results we get from this situation. And so me and you talked about meeting a person and what type of vibe they bring from the beginning. And you know what type of dude you like. It's a specific type of male. He has to be a certain height, a certain. Are you sticking to that, or is it just like, okay, we just gonna figure it out. We gonna wing it.
At this point, I'm trying to be open. To be honest with you, like, I have a specific type.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like a Aki. I like that beard game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I like clean teeth. I'm gonna need teeth.
Okay, so since you say that, have we found out why do 30 and 40-year-olds not have their own teeth?
Girl, I'm trying to figure it out. Listen here.
Why is that a thing?
That's the thing. Especially where I live, that's the thing. I'm gonna need you to have teeth.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, that's weird as fuck. The fuck is wrong? Like, why you don't have teeth?
At 30 and 40, like, come on now. You would think that people without teeth is like 60 and 70.
I'm gonna need to understand some shit.
Is that like a hygiene thing, or is that just
I don't know what the fuck
child reared, like being?
Because I've always had teeth.
Me, girl, I got all mine still.
I had braces. I make sure I clean my teeth. I get whitening, all that.
Ma'am,
like,
yes.
Why the fuck don't you have teeth? Fuck all that. Like, for real. I'm gonna need you to have teeth. I had a nigga literally known. And I was like, yo, the head is good. I never realized why the head was good. Then I said, you got no fucking teeth.
Okay. I done ran across a dude that made like millions of dollars, had no teeth. And I know for a fact this dude made millions of dollars. So, because niggas with money, because men with money, let me stop saying niggas, so men with money don't be having teeth either.
Oh, no, I ain't never met that.
What is the problem? Like,
I ain't never met that. I don't understand. Like, that's confusing to me.
are you willing to date a guy with no teeth and get him veneers?
Nobody had no, no sis.
Okay, so you can change appearance. So that could be shallow.
No.
No. So they gotta have the veneers when they show up.
I've had fucked up teeth. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I got braces. I got my shit whitened.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do that on a regular basis or whatever. But there's no reason for somebody not to have teeth. I don't care if you're a female, a male, whatever. There's no reason for that.
Especially not this day and time, because they got too many things for you to get in order for you to have teeth.
No, not this day and time. Fuck no. No. You can't be in your 30s and have no teeth.
Or your 40s. Or your 50s.
Or your 50s. Right. No. That's not an excuse. I was really, and I asked this nigga, like, why you ain't got no teeth? Like, I was so confused.
That's some crazy ass shit.
Yeah,
and it was this person, how old was this person?
At the time when we first started talking, in their 30s.
That's crazy. How the fuck do a 30-year-old not have teeth? Like, dog, come on now.
I blame it on myself because I was literally fucking with this nigga, like, it didn't know he didn't have teeth.
Hold on, friend. How long was you dating this person?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Since 2018.
And didn't know he didn't have teeth?
No, I didn't.
How does somebody get that? That's a chameleon right there.
Right. Hit it. Like, and then after someone told me this thing ain't got teeth, they was calling him fucking ventriloquist. Yo, I was laughing my ass off. So the next time we had sex, that's when I finally really figured it out. And I know that sounds so crazy. I guess I was blinded.
Let's talk about that, because we do be blinded to the fact. Like,
yeah, I was blinded.
So is it the D blind or is it the person blind?
I was blind. And the nigga, like, when I figured it out and found out, niggas eating my pussy. And I'm like, yo, this is gums.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? The head is good.
Okay. Well, damn. See, that might be an upgrade, though. Yo. No teeth. I can do it with no teeth. Fuck no hands. How about that?
Yeah. The head is good. Sex ain't good.
Okay, so listen. We was getting ready to go to the other thing. Mentally stimulating you. Like when you got your requirements, your specifications, right? And they got all the things. So okay, he has to be an Aki. You love beards. You love Did they gotta have hair or no hair? That don't matter.
Yeah, don't.
Tall, short.
Tall.
I like tall too. I like tall too.
5'7".
And I'm short. I'm 5'3". But I definitely like tall.
And then with heels, I'm 5'9".
So you date a Muslim guy though?
Damn right. I like them Akis.
What you like about Muslim guys?
I don't know. It's something about them niggas, yo. Like, I ain't turning Muslim. I know you Muslim now, but I don't have the commitment. I like pork.
Well, it's a learning. Well, I definitely got rid of that, but it's definitely like a learning process, even for me.
It's something about them Akis, yo. You know, especially them Philly niggas, yo.
Listen, we keep talking about these Philly niggas, right? But why is it that every time somebody talk about an Aki, it's always a Philly one? Like, why? Like, what's the staple on the Philly one?
No, it's crazy. Them Philly niggas is some real Akis.
Girl, it'd be definitely the Philly ones. But every woman that I know that deals with Muslim guys, Philly is what's up, okay? So I don't know what it is about them.
It be some fine ass Philly Akis, yo. Listen, and they okay with some shit though. They be like, alright.
And see, that's the thing. That is the thing, because we keep talking about it. Like, it's gonna take a special type of dude for me, and they gotta be okay with some shit, because it's some stuff that I still want to do that I need to do spiritually in my body.
Yeah, and they be okay with some shit, yo.
I really want to learn from them and everything. So like my goal is to, when I get married to, the person I'm going to get married to, I want them to be able to teach me, and I'm willing to be open and receptive and to learn and to listen.
That's probably my problem. Like our friend said earlier today, I ain't changing. Hey yo, I'm gonna eat some pork, okay?
Well, that's between you and God. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Only God knows. Only Allah knows. So that's the other thing. And when you're ready to change, you'll change for you. And honestly, anybody that loves you, yeah, the right one that loves you, he knows that. Only Allah knows. So that's the thing. He's not going to try to change you. He's going to let you revert whenever you feel like, when you're ready. Just like everybody else does. They revert when they're ready. I don't think that's a mandatory thing. I mean, I don't know because I don't know them, but definitely the Philly area seems to have top notch.
No, honey. It'd be some fine asses, honey. Philly thing for me.
Who? Okay. High five, friend. High five from far away. Also, so my other question is, they can have multiple wives.
You're not doing that.
So how you gonna feel? Because their culture is that.
Okay, maybe not. Like for real, I'm a selfish bitch. Like I'm too cute and too fine for all that. You feel me?
Well, I feel the same exact way, except for the fact that I'm willing to actually be in a second wife, third wife type of, not really third, but second wife type of version.
No.
And let me tell you why.
No.
I am. Because to me, right, the goal is family and building. I'm not willing to give nobody no more kids, though. That's one thing that I ain't here for.
I can't have no more kids.
Yeah, me either. I'm not here for that. But also, really, the right person won't want no other wives, though. That's the other thing.
Right.
And that's a fact, because some just don't.
Yeah, that's the point. Because
but I got stipulations. Like if I'm like second wife and it's the second wife there.
I'm too selfish. Like I'm a selfish ass bitch. What you not gonna do? Listen, if you got a whole bitch, be with that bitch.
Well, it's not the same version though. That's the thing. And I'm kind of like me. I'm like, as long as I can be friends with the person, like I honestly wouldn't even care. Like, cause to me, I'm not even really on that version.
Nah.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I ain't with it. So, I guess Aki's is out for me.
No, because they're not out for you because, again, some of them don't want to have second or third wives. You see what I'm saying? Some of them just want to have the wife that they have. I'm just saying that.
Me and only me. I'm a selfish ass bitch.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can, and see, that's the thing. This is where we have to know what we want. And so, if that's what you're saying, that means that if somebody came along offering you that, you're going to say no.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
But see, me, I have different stipulations. Like the whole other bitch thing, I honestly don't give a damn about that because it's not like that's your girlfriend. That's actually like your wife. So it's like a family dynamic thing. I honestly don't care about that. I have different stipulations when it comes to.
That's a no for me.
What about somebody with kids?
They gotta be older.
See, that's my thing about the kids. They gotta be older.
Yeah, they gotta be grown. You know what I'm saying? I got grown ass kids. My daughter, she about to turn 12 next month, but I ain't doing the kid thing. Again, my ex, he running around, playing daddy to 3 kids and shit. Like, I ain't doing that. Like,
he don't have kids?
Huh?
Does he have kids?
Yeah. He has 3. You don't want to take care of your own kids.
Okay, so let's get into it. I'm glad you said it because I was really getting ready to say that.
You don't want to take care of your own kids, but you run around with a bitch with kids. Like, the fuck? You look the fuck crazy. I ain't doing that.
Why is that a thing, though? Because in the black community, and I don't know about white or Puerto Rican or nowhere else, I just know that in the black community, so that's all I'm going to speak on. In the black community, dudes will raise kids that are not theirs better than they will raise their own kids.
Yep.
What is that about?
Exactly. Who respects that? I don't respect shit like that.
Neither do I.
I don't respect that shit. Like, you don't even take care of your own kids, but you running around taking care of another bitch's kids.
And raise them into adulthood and then forgot your own kids exist.
Yeah, that shit's crazy to me.
Well, honey, that seems to be like a relevant thing amongst black men, and I'm trying to figure out what that's about too.
Yeah, the black community, I really wish we can get together. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I told you that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very conscious now. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't used to be conscious. I'm very conscious because for me I left a job that I made a lot of money at. I was in corporate America making a lot of money. Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear about some shit. I owned 5 homes. I sold 4.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a lot of money. You understand? I walked away from that shit because of taking care of my parents who have passed away. And it's Mother's Day. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just on like crazy. You understand?
Right.
And then I lost my father. But it took me, and I lost my husband. So it took me going through all those situations. That was definitely the God saying, you know what? That money don't make you happy.
Right.
It don't. It don't. You understand? So, me walking away, I walked away from a job I worked at for 20 years making crazy money. Because at the end of the fucking day, I'm getting older and I want to be happy. And now I'm happy. I love my job now.
Right.
I work from home. You know what I'm saying? I still make decent money. Don't get it fucked up. But I work from home. I get up and go to my office. You understand? And do my work. You understand? And I do my side shit. And I'm happy with that.
Right.
I'm okay with it now. You know, I used to be into, Fendi bags. Still got my Fendi bag because fuck all that.
Right. Right.
But I used to be I bought bags every year. I lived a great life. I traveled. I had traveled the entire Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
I had traveled most of the United States. But now I'm okay with some shit as I'm getting older. I'm okay with I want to be happy.
Right.
And I'm in my happy place.
That's what I was thinking. It could be about getting older, but to me, it just feels like it feels more peaceful. Like,
right.
Even in the middle of all the things that I'm going through, like, I have a peace within me because, like, real quick, I'll be, like, on one thing and then I'll be on to the next thing. But in certain things, like I said, as I keep finding out different stuff that this person is doing, and I'm saying, like, damn, like, that person couldn't have never loved me because they did this or they're doing this or they're doing that. But people be really, like, money hungry, like, really on some extra shit.
Listen, I told you that bothered my spirit. Like, it really bothered my spirit. And I got off the phone with you because it bothered my spirit so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're both getting people. And at the end of the freaking day, you can't, like, when you sit and do fuck-ass shit to somebody that's not even trying to do that to you, and you just want to use people and try to get money, you're like, yo, that's some fuck shit. Yo.
But I told you also what God told me, 154. 154. Would you rather it be 154,000 or 154 million? I haven't even touched what I'm about to touch.
Right.
So be thankful that you saw that person at 154,000. Like, literally, that dude is. We know he's lame, and I don't care. Like, anybody, and it's not to call names or none of that. It's not to call names or any of that. It's just about the fact of how underhanded and snake-like because you know some of the shit. So just the way he been moving, like that's. But they wouldn't be proud if people knew that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because this person comes off like they a stand-up individual, but like literally...
I stand on everything I said. I can repeat it. Listen, listen, I don't give a fuck. I stand on everything I say. He's a whack-ass nigga. Nigga, I'm telling you now, he's whack. Okay?
But even at that, that's something he still got to live with. That's going to be between him and God.
Like, you whack-ass nigga. I could never imagine a nigga doing no shit like that to me. That claimed he loved me.
Well, we know what it was. Honestly, we saw everything. I mean, from the time that the dude left, he went and filed unemployment on my company. Like he said that everybody he loved the most lived in Delaware. Like, and then I took you to Delaware very nicely, like a person who really knows how to show love, genuine love. And then I told you, like literally, our ride to Delaware was not that.
I don't dig that.
Our ride to Delaware was not that. And just for the other little snake ass underhanded shit, like everything, God keeps revealing everything that this dude does. And it's just like, damn.
Yo, listen.
Damn. Like, oh, you did that? Like, damn.
Like I told you, we talked about this shit, yo. And I was like, you know what? He makes my ex look like a fucking angel at this point. That's how whack this nigga is. Like, it's some whack ass shit. Like, you whack, you a fuck ass nigga, you corny. Like, you corny on that shit.
But this a dude who makes millions of dollars in drug money, though. They brag about that. Like, that's all they have to brag about. Like, literally, that's it. I mean, it's weird.
That's that mindset.
Yes, and that's what I keep thinking. Like sometimes when dudes come out of prison, it's almost like they stuck in a mentality that is like they be different.
We've been around a lot of men that have been in prison for a long time. I know I have.
Right, and they be different.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I got homeboys that have been in prison for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So your mentality is still back 20 years ago. And that's not the age we're in. That's why I don't date niggas that have been in prison.
I have also noticed that when certain ones get degrees, okay, because you did it when you were in prison, or you did it while you was here, or you did it while you was there. If you a nigga that got bum ass behavior with a degree, you still a nigga that got bum ass behavior that got a degree.
No, that's even worse because you have no excuse for that.
But your mentality's still not right.
Right. And that's my thing. If you have an education, you should know better.
Well, I don't even know about that because I be thinking that honestly, what does that really mean? Because guess what? I'm a bitch that didn't go to college. Oh, I did some college. I didn't go to college, but I definitely did some shit. I definitely have done some things. I've been in business for 10 years. I wasn't taught to be in nobody's business.
Let me tell you something. I tell my kids, let me tell you something. I got it out the mud. You understand? I went to college for a couple of years or whatever, don't have a degree.
Me either, that's what I'm saying. But I held a business for 10 years.
I got shit out the mud. Everything I did it from the mud. You feel me? Like, everything I've ever done, I got it from me. I bought my own car at 16. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I bought my own shit at 16. My first car at 16 years old. I have worked since I was 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I'm a hustler.
Damn right.
I'm always a hustler. Always. That's just how I'm built. My father, God rest his soul, love him, taught me that, like, I remember my father told me, don't you ever depend on the man for shit.
I mean, because you can't. And that's a sad reality. But you can. You can, but you can't.
No, I gotta explain this shit. Because it's Mother's Day, I gotta explain some shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my father took care of our household. My mother didn't work like that. You feel me? She would off and on or whatever. But my father took care of our household.
Mm-hmm.
My father was a real nigga. Understand? He was a real nigga. Like, my father was in the military. He worked for state of Delaware. And my father, like, took care of us. Real shit. Real talk.
How many men have that mentality today, though?
And that's why I am who I am. Because my father didn't play that shit. I never forget my father told me, even though he took care of his wife, that nigga said, don't you ever depend on a nigga for shit.
How many men do you think have that mentality today? Honestly, me being Muslim, I already told you, I think my husband about to be a foreigner, right? But that's a big thing with them because they take care of their wives. But I'm also a person who go out and I get it. I'm a hustler. And you know I've been out of work since March. And I said, God, like, why would you do that? Like, I mean, because come on. But that was weird to me. But at the end of the day, he been making a way.
He always will. Like I said, every time I think my shit about to be fucked up, man, I get nothing but blessings.
That's the thing. And that's what people don't understand. So everything that people think we don't see, God keep revealing stuff. Like how much stuff I done told you, like, friend, this happened today or this happened, and but this person don't know that I know that, or this person don't know. Like at the end of the day, I started saying, what did I say? I'm gonna reveal it all because I'm not embarrassed. You're definitely embarrassing, but I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed for loving nobody because I'm gonna do it again.
Listen. I had to tell people, like, for instance, I'm not on Facebook like that. I'm not, because the reason is I just don't want that energy. I don't want that in my spirit.
Right.
Then I don't.
You definitely keep saying that.
I keep saying that. Like, it's just something that God just keeps saying, yo, that's not for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta keep this shit private. I don't like people, because I don't like people in my business.
Right.
I don't like people talking about me, whatever. But if you talk about me, that's cool.
Because they going to keep talking about you.
Right. I'm always going to be talked about. Because, let's be clear, I'm that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Always been. Always have been. Since the 90s.
And I ain't mad at you for it, honey.
Let's be very clear about that. You feel me? But I posted today, I updated my profile picture, and I was just like, you know what? Because it was a lot of Mother's Day shit or whatever. So I was like, yo, let me shout out. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen certain people that I actually love, care about. So I was like, yo, my cousin called me earlier today and was like, I posted your mom and your dad. I didn't even see it. I was like, yo, let me get on Facebook or whatever. Because I be missing shit because I don't be on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And it just put me in a way, you understand? So
right.
I'm like, maybe I do need to still be on there, but I really don't like it because it's just, God is saying it's not in your spirit.
Right.
Right now. The journey you're on that's not my journey.
Well, definitely. And I say I post and I'll leave, but what did I tell you? Right now, we are in a season where working from home and everything is monetization. And you have been doing a wonderful job because we both have been, talking about the social media influencer type of lifestyle and, putting ourselves out there. And one of the things that I said to you the other day is I said, it's not starting when this happens. It's basically starting now because of the fact that me and you got vacations that have to come up to where working online and, all we have to do is take our computer. That's what we're speaking into existence.
Yes, I'm that.
Yes. So good shit. There's been a lot of good shit taking place for both of us behind the scenes as far as I loved your video the other day, and that was something that I knew you were definitely not comfortable with, but you killed it.
Oh, thanks, babes.
You seen what I wrote on your in the comments, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes, because I love the fact that you put yourself out there and you did it, and it came out very, very good. Like, I was proud because I'm over here like, oh, I know she didn't want to do that, but she did it.
No, I didn't.
I know.
You see, I took your advice and I put myself out there because I'm a very private person. You know what I'm saying? So for me to put myself out there is a lot.
But I also been talking to you about, like, they talk about our warm market and the people who are around us that we know. And I keep telling you, like, those are not the people that we're aiming for, though. Because although some of them, love us and they want to really help, a lot of people really don't want to see you win, me win. It's just not in their spirit.
You know what's crazy? My son told me today, my youngest son, he was like, Mom, you gotta get back on social media and promoting your shit or whatever. And I was just like, son, like, niggas, like, they don't support, so I don't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, fuck that. They still gonna see it.
Yes, he said the same thing I said, because don't I tell you the same thing? They still gotta see it. Yeah. And after a while, people gonna come around. It's like the thing. After it catches on to a certain different group of people, then the people that should have been onto it from the beginning start acting like, okay, well, we've been onto it. Nah, you wasn't supportive.
Yeah.
You was not supported.
And like our friend we was talking about today, when I said, okay, can you subscribe to my channel? I'm like, okay, you want me to support you, but you don't want to support me.
Right. They'll always do it later. They'll always do it later.
Do it later. Like, fuck all that. Like, I see people where they are at this point.
And what do I always talk to you about? Like, literally, when you call me and you say, I need help with this, I stop what I'm doing. Because you do the same for me.
Yeah.
You called in the middle of me actually get ready to do this show, and I was already doing something different, and you stopped and just went on ahead and started doing the show.
Yeah.
Because really, like, when a person wants to see you win, they help you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to keep seeing you try to keep doing the same exact thing. Literally the other day, when I said I was testing it out, and I just decided, okay, I'm going to test it out by myself. You came in, my brother came in, then we started bringing other people in.
My whole day, too.
And that wasn't even planned. That was just basically me saying, okay, I got to get this tested. I got to figure it out. And then y'all came right in. And so it's like you cooking in the kitchen, like I was telling you the other day, how I love your page. That's such a positive thing. And it's like, how can somebody not see that that's a plus? Mm-hmm. And it's free. Like, it's free.
Is so way more. And the fact that, and I have been promoting it, but y'all won't support it, that tells me everything I need to know.
And it's free. It's literally free for people. All you got to do is just subscribe, and they can't do that because they don't want. Even in, like, when I post stuff on Instagram, it's free. All you got to do is click the button.
Right. That's my point. That's why I'm so reserved with everything I do. It's okay. I ain't tripping. Don't get it fucked up.
It's no need because you're going to win regardless, honey.
Right. I'm always going to win. Let's be very clear.
Yes.
I have owned 5 homes, sold 4, in my 5th home. Let's be very clear.
But at the end of the day, now you're working on something new, something different. We both are working on something new and something different. And that's why I was telling you, like, even, you know, with the situation at hand, I'm not worried about that. Like, at the end of the day, a person is only showing like, you know how a person be revealing themselves and they be thinking they really gonna make you mad when you find out that they did this or they did that. God is has the final say.
That's why I tell you, when somebody shows me who they are, I believe them.
And God has the final say, friend. It don't matter. It don't matter what a person try to do to you. It don't matter how a person try to slander you. It don't matter what a person think they can sign their name on or try to do anything else. Guess what? At the end of the day, God has the final say. And nothing can be touched unless God says it. I don't care what court system you go through. I don't care what fucking loa you go to. I don't care what witchcraft you pull. Like, you know, and I don't like using witchcraft because basically.
Let's talk about that. We gotta talk about some witchcraft shit.
Okay, go with it.
We gotta talk about this shit. We gotta talk about it. So, this is some crazy shit, yo. Because I haven't talked to you about this yet, sis. How about a nigga was like, oh, you did some, what the fuck? He said, some love.
A love spell?
Yeah, love spell or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, the fuck is you talking about? Like, nigga, you ain't even worth that.
Right.
Okay? Let's be very clear.
Yeah, what would make him think that?
Right. I don't do spells. Okay? I don't do that.
You put that thing on him, eh? Put him in a trance.
Like, you talking about you can't leave me alone because I did, like, the fuck is you talking about? Like, huh?
So he really think you did some black magic on him?
Yes. That was so crazy to me. I was like, what?
Yo, I am cracking up.
He knows I'm not into shit like that. You know that.
So he ate your food? He ate your food? He think you did that?
Yeah. The nigga actually said, you know, eat my spaghetti because first of all, I don't even have a period anymore.
Right, dog. Like, come on now.
Like, you reaching for real.
But you know one thing? Guess what I found out? Men have been doing more spell casting than women.
No, it gets better though, sis. The last time he was over here, right? Because we gotta talk about some shit. Like, fuck it. I'm with it.
Go with it.
So, the last time this nigga's over here, right? ain't bringing no clothes or whatever, so I let him wear my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you know, is little. So he can fit my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the little this nigga is.
Well, what he wanted, a t-shirt and some sweatpants or something?
Yes, I gave him sweatpants and a t-shirt, right? So this nigga, I ain't gonna hold you. It was a bad night.
Oh my God.
And I put my paws on him. I ain't gonna hold you. Because he was talking reckless. You know, my hands is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just gonna be honest.
We don't condone abuse, people. But sometimes you need to catch them hands.
I told you when you get me fucked up, you got me fucked up.
Right.
The next morning, right? He's sleeping on the couch. And things I don't know he still has my t-shirt on, right? So he put his hoodie on, right? And tighten that shit up. So he thinks I don't see that he has my t-shirt on.
Oh, he might have been getting ready to try to do something to you.
Yes. Yes. He think I don't see this and recognize the shit. I seen it. But I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna let you handle that. Mm-hmm. Whatever you did, baby, it ain't gonna work.
But let me tell you what's funny to me. He after he got the hands put on him, he still ain't leave. Because nigga, that would have been the time to leave.
I'm still helping out, and after the fact, you still trying to like, you still got rat. Like the fuck is wrong with you, my nigga? Like, I ain't got no rap for you.
Right.
Like, and I don't know what you did.
But he's saying you did something to him. Meanwhile, he taking your clothes though. Because that's what they be doing. Right. They be taking your clothing.
Exactly. But see, what you don't realize is it's not attached to me. They're gonna give you a shirt I wear every day.
Right.
I'm not attached to that.
So now is a relevant time in the world because a lot of people know about spellcasting, magic, spirituality, and that type of stuff. So. Right, but who that? Yeah, but me and you know about the power of life and death is in the tongue. Me and you talk about a lot of spiritual stuff because you tapped in, you know some stuff.
I'm definitely tapped in, but not with that. Yeah,
you saying you basically are not doing that, but you are very much aware of it, and you see
and the fact that you brought it up. You know what I'm saying? You brought it up, you keep saying it, makes me feel like you doing that shit, yo.
Right. That could be a thing, because you do know that when people normally try to practice that shit on you, it normally backfires. Mm-hmm. So he could be getting a backfire.
And that's exactly what he did. Backfire, honey. So I ain't attached to that shirt.
So now he all in love with you and wondering why. And you know the other thing I don't understand about people that do love spells, like people who do love spells that really, really work, I don't know whether or not they realize that's how you end up murdered by the person that you did a love spell on. Mm-hmm. That's a real thing.
It's definitely a real thing. Listen, I've been stalked before. Actually, I've been stalked twice. Like, real shit. Mm-hmm. And don't play with that. Like, that stalking shit, yo. Like,
so how'd you find out they were stalking you?
When I lived in Atlanta, I had niggas stalk me. And when I lived here, I had niggas stalk me. Well, actually, when I was in Atlanta, I had two niggas stalking me. Just before I had my daughter, my boys was young. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yo, some motherfucker, like, banging on the sliding glass door or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to call the police, yo.
Was this when you had a husband?
Well, we were broke up.
Oh. Broke up. So y'all did have separations during the time?
We had separation once. So then I had another nigga like stalk me in Atlanta. I moved again. Then here I had another nigga stalk me. That's why I be telling you I try to be private. I don't like sharing my location and shit like that. Because I've been stalked several times.
You know that there was a tracker put on my car, right?
Right.
On some real weird ass shit.
That stalking shit is scary.
But then they'll be acting like they not doing what they doing. And they'll claim, okay, well, I'm only doing this because, no, that's not the reason why you're doing it. You're lying.
Right.
You're a liar.
Yo, but when I had that stalker shit going on, hey, yo, I remember my husband made me get a gun. That's how serious.
You don't think you needed it?
Yeah, I did.
How does a nigga come to just want to stalk you, though? Like, it was just whatever it was, go.
In my life, yo, I'm not even playing. Like, that's some scary shit. It's scary.
Right. I mean, because really you don't know what the person's intent is.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I'm going to protect myself.
As you should.
I'm going to protect myself all day, every day. And just like right now, honey, I got cameras. Anything around my crib, I always have cameras. Any house I've ever lived in, I got cameras. I got my taser. Because, you know, Delaware laws is different. So I sold my gun when I left Georgia or whatever. But, because Georgia has different laws. You feel me? But, you come up in this motherfucker, oh, you get the business.
I mean, as it should be, because you're invading somebody's privacy and space. And we talked about that earlier today, too, because it came down to a situation when I said a person trying to gain access to my house and the way they trying to do it. But again, you have to always be able to protect yourself in any situation, because I just don't trust that. I don't trust that person. I don't trust that situation. And the way they went about things, like, I don't trust them. Like, they keep doing some snake ass underhanded shit, and it's weird.
I don't trust that nigga neither.
You can't win. You're not gonna win. You cannot win. God just, like, even if you think you winning, I promise you, you're gonna figure out that it was nothing but a loss.
Here's the thing. You can't do shit to good people and think you want to win. Like, when you're a good person and when you have a good heart, you're never gonna win.
Period. And that's why I keep saying some things people think a loss is a loss is a loss. No. Like, I feel like even in that situation, my loss is a win. I promise you my loss is a win.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, I don't gotta be with that. I know what you are. I know you won't get nothing else past that. I know the blessing that I got on my life. 154. That's all you're gonna ever be is 154. So people fail to realize, when you gain something through malicious activity, when you gain something through stealing, you might gain it for a minute, but everything that's attached to it, you're gonna lose everything.
Yeah. You can't. You're never gonna have a good life when you do people fucked up.
Period.
Like, I don't do people dirty. Like, it's so crazy because that's just like my homegirl, right? Like, my sis, she's like, Nikki, you are such a good friend. You feel me?
You are such a good friend.
You ain't trying to fuck my nigga. You ain't on no, like, bullshit. You not, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, you always show up for me. You show out. You understand? And it like made me cry again, because I am a crybaby. As hard as I come across, I'm a crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
So I cry about emotional shit. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, yo, you just, like, you're the only friend I've ever had that's never done nothing dirty to me. You never tried to fuck with my nigga. You ain't never did me dirty. You always here for me. You're just, like, the best person ever. And shout out to her. I want to shout her out real quick.
Go ahead, friend.
Yeah, I got to shout her out because we went to dinner last night, and she was just like, Nikki, I love you so much. You got me a gift for Mother's Day.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like, she was just like, you were just the best person. You understand? And sometimes I don't feel like I'm the best person. I try. You understand?
Right.
And again, I'm a big crybaby, believe it or not. As much as I am, like, hardcore or whatever, I'm like, the people I fuck with, I genuinely fuck with. Yo, like, if I genuinely fuck with you, I got you.
I think it's in our birth signs, because we a day apart. So I feel you 100%.
Yeah, like, for real, and that just made my heart melt.
Well, I love that, and I told you I like her too. So I can't wait till it's vacation time.
I don't want to say, I'm not gonna say her name.
Right, I know who it is, but I can't wait till it's vacation time. So definitely turn up for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
So we just sitting here, and so we talked about. Did we talk about money?
No, we didn't talk about money.
Well, we did talk about new career changes, and the level up and the difference in, you coming from corporate America and me, like, switching over, because at this point it's like new money, new everything happening around here.
Yeah,
So,
fact.
total new energy.
Personally, but just on a lower level.
No, because everything's going to change. It's just like the start of stuff. That's the one thing. The one thing I love about myself, and I'm gonna just say that, is I don't have attachments to things. So
Right.
honestly, I could kind of get rid of everything I got and start all over and know I'm still going to win.
And okay.
A lot of people can't do that.
Nope.
And so that's why it's like people
Like, you
don't
don't
really.
understand. Listen, I have been there, done that. Listen, I was doing it at 28,
Right.
at 20 years old. I have again, I've traveled most of the country. I've traveled the entire Caribbean. Like, I done did it. But I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? And I'm okay.
It's the next phase, the next chapter.
Right. I'm getting older. At this point, I'm trying to set myself up for retirement.
I'm getting younger. I'm getting young and fine.
I'm a realist.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm being real about it too. I ain't speaking that into my life, honey. We on positive words and affirmations over here, and I'm rewinding time.
I'm a realist, yo. I'm getting older. Like I said, I was lucky and fortunate. I've done shit at in my 20s that most people haven't done at our age now.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the finest hotels, the finest restaurants, the finest everything. You know
It's
what
a
I'm
new
saying?
phase, friend.
Like, I did it.
That's what I'm saying. We about to start into a new phase because we both been there, done that. But guess what? We about to see some shit we ain't never seen before in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm speaking that over us right now, honey. It's lands that we ain't touched yet.
Yeah.
It's foreign countries that we ain't put our feet on yet.
You're right, because I don't like long flights.
But we gonna have to get there, honey, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's places that we need to go and see and touch things that will enhance our life and create more spiritual wealth into us. Stuff that's gonna open us up.
Right.
So everything that we did, that was setting us up for everything we're about to do.
Our generation wealth.
Generational wealth. That's right. Well, everything we have been through is setting us up for the next phase. And that means no matter what we have gone through, the test, the lesson, the blessing, it was all a level up for the next phase of life, what we are about to do and where we're about to go.
Yeah.
And so even with the relationship stuff, that was just to show us, I mean, because we both realized that there's new men in our life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, let's talk about the men again. Let's go back to that. Listen, I have so many men in my DMs and my inbox. Let's be very clear. I'm not fucking with none of them.
That's what I'm saying. Do you really want a man that's in your DMs or in your inbox? That's probably not the person you want, right?
Absolutely not.
So you think the person that you're gonna meet one day, you're gonna just walk into them like the person is?
Yes. Let me tell you something. I told you this before. I remember when I met my husband. I never forget it. I was at a club. But my peoples introduced me to him, and I knew immediately. I said, "Yo, that's my nigga."
Because it's just a spark, right?
Immediately, I was like, "Oh, you gonna be mine?" Period.
Because it's just a spark, right?
Right. It was the first night. The first fucking night. I never forget that shit. And my peoples introduced me to him, like, he was there, he's from New York. He a New York nigga, right? Shout out to Brownsville.
Hey.
Brownsville Projects.
Hey.
Yo. He was, and he had on this New York shit. Like, he was on his New York shit, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yo, that's my nigga.
See, that's when it's right, though. That's like love at first sight.
It was love at first sight. Promise you.
And that's funny because you had that, and you had that experience, and a lot of people won't never experience that, and I had that myself.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what happened with the situation, it's like that feeling because you can remember that feeling.
Yes, like I'll never forget that shit. Brownsville, East New York, yo, that would, man. Listen, we'll go to New York every year. We go to New York a couple times a year. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga was on some. We had to take I think I told you, he always wanted to take the fucking public transit. I hated that shit.
Because that's what they used to.
Yeah, I hated that shit, yo. But I did it because that was my nigga, yo. East New York, like, shout out to East New York.
So
Like,
do
for
you think
real.
that's going to be the same exact way the next one happens? Do you think that's the exact same way the next one is going to happen, though?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, if not, I ain't with it. I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, because like after you have that experience, it's almost like nothing else will do.
Nope. Man, listen. People don't understand. Like, when I be talking about my husband, people don't get it. Like, it is unfortunate because I feel like they've never experienced it. I had experienced it. You understand? So, I feel sorry for some people because they'll never experience that type of love.
And that's like true love, right?
Right. It was true love. That man did everything for me. You understand? And he loved me unconditionally. He raised my kids, my boys. He's not the father of my boys.
Right.
He raised them. And like I told you, my youngest son has tattoos of him. He's like, that's my father.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That man did so much for me and my kids. Like, it's crazy. And sometimes I, like, question God. I'm like, yo, why you take him away from me? And I know I can't question it.
Also, that time was meant for you to just cherish the fact that he was, able to be into your life or whatever, come into your life to teach you something. So I get what you mean.
Right, because what he taught me is not to allow men treat me the way I shouldn't be treated.
Right.
Because he treated me the way I should have been treated.
Right, and he meant to show you true love.
Mm-hmm. He definitely showed me true love. Like, I've never loved a man. I could talk about that all motherfucking night.
But you know what's good about that? A lot of people don't know what that is, though.
Right.
So
I think that's what I was trying to say. People have not experienced true love. And when I talk about my husband, like even to my the dudes I fuck with, they don't get it. They don't get it. And that's why it doesn't work. Honestly, it doesn't work with these niggas because they don't understand that.
Right.
I haven't, like, those two dudes I fuck with, it wasn't that. That I have my husband. It wasn't. It wasn't that meeting you and just, like, I'm telling you, the night I met this nigga, I was like, oh, yo, yeah. That's, you my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Like you going home with me.
Right, that's a rat. It's a fucking rat. Like, you my nigga. Period.
Like, I love hearing stories like that, though, for real, because that shit really be happening and people just don't understand. Like, how can you marry somebody you just met? Because I know.
Right. And that's another thing. That's a good thing you said. Because I'm like, how you fuck? Hey, yo, let me tell you about my ex. Okay, I gotta tell this story. You met a bitch. You knew this bitch for 3 months, right? 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Won't leave me alone. Knew a bitch for 3 months. Because she's whack. And she's a black Amish again.
Why you keep saying that?
I sent you the picture. She's a black. So anyway, I said what I said. And I stand on it. Anyway.
I get what you mean, though.
You met a whole black Amish, right? But you won't leave me alone. And you wanna, like, nigga, you is a weird ass nigga, yo. I don't even know how to say it. Like, you so fucking weird. Like, your sex is weird. You're weird. Your bitch is weird. And she okay with some shit. Like,
well, I don't understand how you can be okay with some shit that's not your husband.
Right. That's my issue. The nigga's never gonna marry you. You out here around all your kids, like, girl, and you have daughters. Like,
Yeah, that's
girl,
crazy.
get your whole life. You got daughters watching this. I would never do that ever in life. I have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Absolutely not. You will not. I'm not teaching my daughter because that's normal shit. My parents were married for 2 years. Okay?
Right.
I know what a relationship is supposed to look like. I know what a marriage is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, you will never in life.
I be wondering sometimes if women be thinking they gonna wait the man out.
Your girl is okay with some shit. Like, the fuck? That's a whole total. Bitch, you insecure.
Do you think they can wait him out though?
Uh-huh.
You think they can wait him out though?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna wait him out. He gonna be this. He gonna change. He gonna be this version. He gonna be that.
Yep.
That's the part I don't get.
I told him, bitch, I feel sorry for you because if you really think that he's ever gonna leave me alone, he won't. I've tried for him to leave me alone. Still won't. You still gonna come. I got the text messages, all that.
So do we as women though sometimes blame the woman for shit we should blame them niggas for?
You're dumb. You're dumb.
I mean, dumb bitch. Cause I'll be wondering like sometimes is it, cause I think really it be our fault. I think it really be our fault.
It's not my fault. I did shit.
No, I mean when it comes to, cause see the thing is, you saying you're not gonna let them, but somebody else is gonna let them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing. That's where it makes me wonder if we giving them bad behavior.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes I say I'm not rewarding bad behavior. I'm not gonna give you something after you done something you're not supposed to do.
Right. And then you want to throw this in my face. So I'm like, okay, the other nigga, you know, he's still on my two. You know, he's on my top. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, he's right here. Like, if you want to have fun, we can have fun, but it's going to be with me, you, and him. I'm not no Amish.
And the funny part is, right? That's another thing. When we be open and honest to them and tell them, okay, well, I'm gonna be dating this person. That's what I be saying. Like, what is wrong with them?
Right, but you don't. Like, you want that? Okay, it's gonna be with me, you, and him, not the Amish girl. Not doing that.
But they don't want that version though.
Mm-hmm.
That version is unacceptable.
Right. Now you mad. Like,
but for what though? Ain't no point in being mad. Let's have that version.
Right. And again, you gonna have to pay me. Like, I'm not doing that. What the fuck? You gotta be all the way confused. You gotta be all the way confused. Like, I'm not that girl. Like, I'm not. I'm too pretty for that. I don't give a fuck. Like, my self-esteem ain't low. Like, for real. I know I'm pretty.
And you know what I think sometimes too? Like, women who don't really, because, you know, like you said, we both know where we come from. We come from, you know, the same place, you know, a lot of these people come from. Excuse me. And maybe they just don't have it, so that might be the reason why they willing to put up with the lamest of the lame.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of these niggas act like too, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's a whole lot of grown-ass men that's out here trying to manipulate the system and take from women or live off of a woman.
Right. And I ain't, man, listen. Ain't no nigga living off of me, honey. You got me fucked up.
But the funny part is, because I'm willing to help a nigga. But honestly, even after...
Listen. I do need to say this. One thing about me, I'm going to give it, like, we're both giving women. I'm giving women. You know what I'm saying? We can compromise. But we got to both be, like, putting something to the table. You understand? Like, what you're not going to do is be broke and think you fucking me for free. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not. I'd rather not fuck. Like, for real.
Well,
Now,
I
if
already told you I'm
we
not fucking
together,
nobody anyway, unless I'm married to that nigga. Guess what? And I'm sorry when everybody be saying, "How you gonna marry a nigga?" You just don't even worry about it, cause I just married a nigga I've known since I was 17, and this nigga is the biggest con artist I ever seen in my life, cause he totally was not who he said he was.
yeah, I don't mind getting something confused though. I am a good woman. I am. Like, I am the type of bitch, like, yo, I got you. Like, I got you. Like, if we, really in a real relationship and, you know what I'm saying, I want to see you shine just like I want you to see me shine.
Right.
Not going to do, it's not going to be a one-sided thing. I'm not doing that.
Hello.
I'm not doing no one-sided shit. Like, it's got to be, like, we helping each other.
And then sometimes it's just like I said, my whole issue is I got to learn to be loyal to myself first and foremost. And that's it. That's all.
Right.
Because I have realized I done gone way too much above and beyond for people who honestly ain't even did half of that for me. Because once I went back to the reality of it and just think about it, like even for me, me being 17 years old, like really for real, we have fun. We drank, we did a lot of drugs, and that was it back then. I wasn't the same person when we got back this time. So after I thought about it, it was like literally if I had a bunch of bad behavior, I don't want no nigga that just basically want me trying to push me to a bunch of bad behavior. Like that's not what I'm on. That's not where I'm at right now.
Thing. And that's the other thing. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas now, they like that dude want me to take an E-pill. Nigga, I don't do drugs. The fuck is wrong with you? I want my teeth.
And that's another thing, because I done did E-pills back in the day, right? And I still got on my teeth, so I don't even know about that. And I was notorious for smoking weed back in the day. Like,
drugs.
listen.
I don't smoke weed no more. You feel me? Like,
you know I ain't smoked no weed. I ain't done nothing. So.
Or whatever, but that's gonna be the limit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't do drugs. Like, never have, never will. Like, I ain't on that type of shit. I got.
Well, people think weed is drugs, so guess what?
I mean, weed is cool. I'm just saying. I just don't. I stopped smoking because, I smoke. Don't get it fucked up. But I started noticing it was taking me off of my game. Because when I smoke, I get to relax. You feel me? And I get off my game.
And that's so funny because I smoke and I start doing shit. I said, and that's funny because I start smoking and I start doing shit. Like it makes me so creative and it makes me want to get up and clean up.
For me, I get real relaxed and I be like chilling. I don't talk to nobody. Like when I'm high, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do shit.
It might depend on the type of weed though. I done had different types of weed that also made me do that too. But literally,
it does.
When I know it's good, it makes me want to clean up. I do that and then I take a shower and then I'm ready to get it in.
This week up here, it makes me just to relax and just don't like want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I be off my game, so that's why I stopped smoking. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like on my shit. I be just chilling. You feel me?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm waiting for the day because I want to do like the spiritual retreat and all that other stuff. I've been really on a mission, spiritually, mentally. I've been on a mission. I needed major clarity in my life to make sure that I was not seeing shit.
This like Frank, and like I tell everybody, I'm on my shit right now.
You are.
I'm on my grind. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got time for the extra shit. I don't. That's why I'm on FB. You understand? Like, like I'm on top of my shit. Like again, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Well, you know I know because you know we've been pushing each other. So you know I know.
Yeah. I'm grinding.
And every day we've been it's been how many different jobs? Between the two of us, because you'll say, "Oh, I'm at this job, but dog, I do this job, and then and literally we've been still trying to level up in different areas, even past that."
Right.
So we've been on the same exact track as far as building, growth, and maneuvering past a lot of the mess, but you know it's still residual bull.
Mm-hmm.
It's still residual bull.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, but we maneuvering through it though.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna do my shit. I'm not on no messy shit. You feel me? I'm just doing me. I don't give a fuck what nobody got going on. I don't give a fuck about these black ass niggas. Like none of that. Like I do what the fuck I do. That's it. Period.
You know what I can't wait for though, because even I see how far you come, you see how far I've come, but I can't wait until we're at the, because we're heading in that direction. Both of us are, again, we only telling these stories basically because growth, actually helping and healing somebody else, similar. Because I'm sorry, but the shit that I'm saying, I know, like when you said it's not messy, this messy. It's messy as, but at the end of the day, it happened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's also not to people, because people will say, well, oh, they're just saying this. First and foremost, mind your business. If you don't like it, change the channel. You can leave.
Delete.
Secondly, somebody might hear something in the story that changes them to know that, okay, well, hold on, red flag. Because what if somebody else is not seeing a red flag?
Right. And see, that's the thing. I know the red flags now. Now, I know like, again, I was out dating for so long. I know the red flags. You know what I'm saying? When them red flags come up, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
And meanwhile, this is the other part. But this is the other part, though. Because even all the shit that we was talking about came from a nigga that said what to you?
Exactly.
Came from a nigga that said, I love you. Came from a man that said, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna love me and be that?
Exactly.
Like, make it make sense. Where is the love? Like, if that's the type of love you offering, I don't want none. I don't listen, I don't want no more love like that.
This nigga still, I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of got weak for a second.
But guess what? Even that is growth. Even that is growth, because guess what? Sometimes that's what happens. But
right, but I ain't fall for it. I did not. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right. You know what I mean? Okay. But, nigga, I don't love you. You love me, but I don't love you.
And sometimes, you know, like, you got to get over it. Like, it might, you know, it'd be 2 months, and then you'd be like, let me just spin the block a little bit. But listen, ain't no block spinning around this, because you got one time to try to kill me, nigga. That's it. That's all. Mm-hmm. One time. You got one time to do some snake shit.
Yeah, that happens. See, the shit you went through,
you mean that I'm still going through, friend? Because you know what this nigga just did. Like, you know what this nigga, like, on some real shit.
I ain't doing that, man. Listen, like I said, I call them peoples. I call them folks.
Well, again, growth and knowing that God handles everything. God sees everything. God seen that they did. God seen it. And I don't know why, but today,
playing with you. Like, I probably should say this, but man, listen, I know people, like, on some real shit. I don't talk about people I know, but I know people. You feel me? Man, listen, you do some shit like, man, please. I'm calling them folks.
Girl, I'm not even there. Like, honestly, that's how much energy I got for this dude. Like, honestly, if it was not for helping, and basically, my life is what it is, bitch. It's just gonna be told. Period, point blank. Don't fuck with me if you don't really want it to be, like, out there. But he ain't, the amount of he's not worth it. I mean, he's 154.
Oh, he's definitely not worth it.
The amount of him, he's not worth it. Like, the snake shit that he just, like, he keeps doing, he's not worth it. No. What's worth it about it? Tell me what's worth it about it. Not the nothing. No. Nothing. The sex wasn't worth it. The marriage wasn't worth it. None of this shit was worth it. And I love this nigga.
Man, listen, there was times when I went through my situation, I would be like, yo, I'm gonna call these folks, yo. But I was like, yo, this bum ass teethless nigga.
Yes, because that's all it is. It's a bum ass mentality and a bum ass behavior. Like, literally, the nigga's not gonna prosper nothing. Whatever you get, take it and go. Goodbye. Thank you for leaving.
Yes.
Like, that's where I'm at. Like, that's what I got. Thank you for leaving. Goodbye. Just go. Whatever you got, whatever you want, just whatever it is that makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel like you one up me. Good. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Oh, that's real. That's some
I
real
hope it prospers you a lifetime, but I promise you it won't. I promise you nothing that man does prosper. Nothing. I don't give a. No matter how they portray it out in life, no matter how they try to make it seem to people, they're always going to be miserable because that's what they are.
Exactly. It's never going to work.
Nothing is going to work.
I'm learning. It took me a minute to learn, and I've learned. You know what I'm saying? Like, to let you go. You know what I'm saying? Because the 1990 Nikki and the 2023 Nikki is totally different. I'm on different shit. I'm not the 1990 Nikki. Because the 1990 Nikki would have, man, listen.
You know yourself with everything that has happened, right? And what have I still been saying? That's the thing that I keep like pointing out, and that's the thing that I keep focusing on.
Right.
Me and that person was fine. Like, literally, we were fine. Everything you did behind my back. And anytime you gotta keep sneaking and snaking a girl, what does that tell you?
Right. It's 2020.
That's a miserable energy. So go ahead. I don't care how many they get out and do this. Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, how many times have I told you I don't care? When she comes up and I find out stuff, I'll say, friend, this happened, or friend, I found out this, or friend, this. Like, it keeps being a this. You see what I'm saying? It keeps being a this. Keeps being more and more and more and more. But it's a reaction. A person wants to get a reaction out of you. And what did I tell you before? Because you said something else to me, and I said I'm not giving that person no reaction because that's what they want. They mad because.
I didn't hear it until all of that. You know what I'm saying?
But I kept telling you that though. You were saying, "Oh, you should try this," and I said, "No, I'm not giving that person no reaction. I'm not giving that person nothing."
I get that shit now.
Yeah, I'm not giving him nothing. I'm not giving him no nothing. Whatever it is that God says you can touch, you allowed to do, whatever this, that, and the third. The final say belongs to God. I don't give what them courts say. I don't give what your mom say. I don't give what your daddy say. I don't care. The last thing that I want to hear is y'all divorced, and I don't care about nothing else past that. And I listen on my kid's life. Please go. Like, there's nothing more to see here. I wish you like what the life you deserve. That's it. That's all. Nothing. Like, literally, that was the last cycle that I have to deal with that person. And spiritually, I'm good. I'm good.
And that's the thing. We both been on spiritual journeys, right? And he telling you, I've been on my spiritual journey. I want peace. Period. I want peace.
Yes, and that's so much more important than the chaos. Like, to keep meddling. Like, you got to be real upset for you to keep doing shit. Like, you keep just doing shit. You keep trying to be sneaky. You keep trying to do this. You keep trying to do that. Like, ain't you tired yet? Or you Kevin Gates? You don't get tired either.
And that's my thing. When are you tired?
They not, because they mad. It's mad, Nikki. People are gonna always be mad when you look like they're not phasing you. You're not phasing me. Nothing you could do. Because what I tell you again, my next house I'm about to buy in cash. I'm about to buy my next house in cash. I promise you. The same way I spoke all the other shit up, I'm gonna buy my next house in cash.
When I hung over with you earlier today, let's talk about it. And I was like, I reached out to one of my peoples or whatever concerning my house pressure washed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got a whole sad song about how much you charging. I'm like, I'm not paying that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got a whole sad song about what you doing for your daughter. I got a daughter.
Right, exactly.
I'm paying all these bills by myself.
Right.
And not to mention, hold on, because I got to talk about this shit. I got two of my neighbors that I gave them the full price.
Mm-hmm.
I got you literally 3 jobs.
Right.
You're about to make some bank. Okay? Again, that goes back to trying to support people that won't support you.
Yup.
So what you're not going to do This is going to be the price I'm going to pay, and them two are going to pay your full price.
I know that's right.
You got me fucked up.
Especially when you sending references and some other shit, it's definitely a discount on that shit. That's even in big business. Like, that's a stone cold fact. That ain't even like, okay, I understand you support your friends.
I'm doing this and I'm doing. I don't give a fuck. Like, no, I got you 2 additional houses.
And that should be worth something.
And okay, you about to make you're gonna make 7. Actually, you're gonna make. Hold on, let me do the math. You're gonna make almost $800 actually once I pay you for my discount. $800 in a day, one day. So yeah, I'm not doing that.
You supported your friend because I referred you.
I'm supporting you. You feel me? But again, that goes back to motherfuckers want you to support them, but won't support you.
Yeah, well, we gonna learn past that.
You gonna support me? Okay, we gonna run this how we gonna run it.
I feel you, friend.
Like period.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna bring this to an end. So, Nikki, like, what's the highlights of tonight's conversation?
The highlight is fuck these black ass niggas.
Go and grow. Go and grow, please. Definitely go with God. Go have the life y'all deserve. Not here, but somewhere. No, but yeah, so life is definitely a journey, and sometimes things happen, bad things happen to good people. Sometimes, people come into your life to try to steal, kill, and destroy. That's nothing but the devil. The devil never wins. We're going to grow and, glow up past certain situations, especially, here at Love, Life, and Relationships. We're going to continue to keep bringing you the drama, the love, the life, the relationships, the happiness, everything. So, Nikki, what you want to say to our viewers? Anything in closing?
In closing, I just want to say I love y'all. I know I was talking my shit, and that's what Nikki does. It's a Nikki thing. And that's it.
All right, Nikki, baby. So, guys, that's the end. Thank you for coming to the show, Nikki. I definitely appreciate it. It's always love. And I would like to say happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you for always being a supportive friend, a supportive listener, a supportive sister. And I look forward to, us growing up, growing into old age together, since you keep wanting to say we getting older. We aging like fine wine out here. Listen. I'm going to remember to speak positive over both of us. We aging backwards. We're going to be summertime fine out here.
I'm back to guys. I am snatched, honey.
I know that's right. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Love, Life, and Relationships. And we'll see you on the next episode.
My money in their head when I talk now. Them bitches know it's over with, they in my past.